Welcome to Wisdom Life. Have you ever felt stuck in the relentless cycle of daily life, overwhelmed by bad habits, or burdened by relationships and expectations that drain your spirit? You're not alone. In today's video, we uncover profound life lessons from those who've walked this path before us. We'll explore the art of setting priorities, the power of letting go, and the secret to maintaining inner peace amidst chaos. Learn to live for yourself, not others, and embrace the future with confidence. These timeless pieces of advice will not only transform your perspective but also guide you toward a life of true fulfillment and happiness. Stay tuned and let's begin this journey together. First lesson: priorities in life. What are you putting first? Have you ever wondered, what am I dedicating my days to? Take a moment to pause and reflect. What is truly important to you? Family, health, career, or memorable moments in life? We often hear people say they are too busy to pursue what makes them happy. But you know what? No one is truly too busy. The issue is that we have misplaced priorities. Think about it. Are you really busy or just letting daily habits dictate your life? For example, if you love running but say you don't have time, could it be because you are prioritizing work, social media, or other activities that don't bring long-term value? Take a moment to do this. Write down a list of the things you do daily. Then, look back at each item and ask yourself, does this activity help me get closer to my goals or happiness? You will realize that many things you do are just habits or automatic reactions, rather than conscious choices. A specific example: imagine you spend 30 minutes each morning scrolling through social media, feeling distracted and even more stressed. Instead, try using that time to exercise, write in a journal, or read a few pages of a book. Small actions like these can make a big difference in your mood and energy throughout the day. Are you doing things that help you live the life you want? Or are you just repeating what others deem important? Setting the right priorities. How to start? First, identify what truly matters to you. Everyone will have different priorities, but the important thing is to be honest with yourself. If health is important, make time for exercise and healthy eating. If family is a top priority, plan to spend quality time with them, instead of just being together superficially. Try applying the 80-20 rule. Focus 80% of your time and energy on the 20% of activities that are truly important. This may mean saying no to unnecessary invitations or responsibilities so that you have time to focus on what matters most. A friend of mine once felt stressed because she had to attend too many unnecessary social events. After reconsidering, she decided to only attend events that brought value, such as meeting close friends or attending classes that helped develop her skills. As a result, she felt happier and had more time for herself. What activities can you eliminate or reduce that don't bring real value? If you could only choose to do 3 things each day, what would you choose? Pitfalls to avoid when setting priorities. Setting priorities based on social pressure. Have you ever done something just because everyone is doing it, or because you felt you had to? Remember, you don't need to live by someone else's standards. Your life is your own. Letting guilt dominate. Many people don't dare to say no for fear of disappointing others. But if you always put others' needs above your own, you will have no time and energy for yourself. Not adjusting priorities when necessary. Life always changes, and sometimes what is important today may not be suitable tomorrow. Be flexible and ready to adjust your priorities when circumstances change. Are you living according to others' expectations? How can you start saying no to unnecessary things? Live the way you want. Your life is a painting, and you are the one holding the brush. Setting the right priorities not only helps you live a more meaningful life but also brings true balance and happiness. Start by identifying what is truly important, eliminating unnecessary things, and spending time on what you love. Ask yourself, if you look back at your life in 10 years, will you be satisfied with today's choices? If the answer is no, then it's time to make a change. Start today. Your life deserves the right priorities. Second lesson: be careful who you trust. Have you ever felt disappointed for placing your trust in the wrong person? Sweet words and friendly actions sometimes are just the surface, There's a saying: salt and sugar look the same, but that doesn't mean they are the same. We often think that someone who is nice to us is truly trustworthy. But in reality, not everyone deserves your trust. A true friend will always be there for you during the toughest times, not just when things are going well. So how do you distinguish those who are genuinely trustworthy from those who only appear when they need something from you? Look deeper. How to identify a trustworthy person. Trust is a very valuable but also very fragile thing. To know who is truly trustworthy, you need to carefully observe their actions, especially in unfavorable circumstances. Pay attention to how they treat others, how they handle conflicts, and particularly how they react when they don't get what they want. Specific example: a colleague who always appears friendly but is quick to blame you when something goes wrong. Meanwhile, another friend may not always say sweet things, but is always ready to help you when you're in trouble. Ask yourself, when I have a problem, who is willing to stand by me? Who quietly walks away? This is the real test for your relationships. Don't just look at their words, observe their actions. Words can be easily crafted, but actions will reveal their true nature. Beware of masks. Have you ever met someone who always appears perfect? These people are often very charming, easily gaining your trust. But remember, sometimes the most beautiful masks hide the most unexpected things. A new friend may always compliment and make you feel comfortable. But when you no longer benefit them, they disappear without a word. This is a clear sign that the relationship is based on benefit, not sincerity. How to build trustworthy relationships. Observe over time. Don't rush to place your trust in someone just because they treat you well a few times. Let time be the judge. A true friend will not only appear when things are favorable but also when you need them the most. Listen to your intuition. Do you feel comfortable around them? Intuition is often very accurate in recognizing whether someone is truly sincere or not. Set boundaries. Don't share everything too soon. Test the waters step by step and see how they react to what you share. You can try asking someone for help in a small situation and see how they respond. If they are willing to help without expecting anything in return, it could be a sign of a sincere relationship. Ask yourself, who has always been there for you during tough times? Are you placing your trust in people who only appear when they need something from you? How do you distinguish salt from sugar in your relationships? Trust is a gift, give it carefully. Life becomes easier when you know how to choose whom to trust. Don't let negative experiences make you lose trust in everyone. Instead, learn to observe and build truly quality relationships. A good friend not only makes your life more meaningful, but also serves as a source of motivation to help you overcome all challenges. Remember, placing your trust in the right place not only protects you from hurt, but also helps you create a more meaningful life with those who truly deserve it. Third lesson, letting go of things that no longer serve you. Are you holding on to something that you know is not good for you, but you can't seem to let go? It could be a job that exhausts you, a toxic relationship, or even bad habits that you maintain out of fear of change. Think about this. What would happen if you dared to step out of your comfort zone to embrace a better life? We often fear uncertainty, but the reality is, don't be too dependent on anyone or anything, because even your shadow leaves you when you're in the dark. This doesn't mean you should stop loving or trusting, but rather learn to place your trust wisely and know when to let go. Why you need to let go. Imagine you're carrying a backpack full of heavy stones. Each stone represents something in your life that you don't want to let go of, a job that no longer fits, a relationship that hurts you, or a bad habit that holds you back. How can you run swiftly towards the future if you keep bearing this burden? A friend of mine once worked in a large company with a high salary, but he always felt stressed and unhappy. He feared quitting due to the financial stability it provided. But when he decided to leave to pursue his passion for teaching, his life became more meaningful. He not only found joy but also inspired hundreds of students. Are you holding a stone in your backpack? What would happen if you dared to put it down? How to let go. Identify what no longer serves you. Take time to reflect on your life. Is there something that makes you feel tired, has no value, or even hurts you? Evaluate the benefits and risks. Letting go can be scary because we often focus on what we will lose instead of what we can gain. Ask yourself, if I let go, what space will I create for something better? Small actions lead to big changes. You don't need to change everything all at once. Start with small steps. For example, if you are in an unhealthy relationship, try gradually reducing dependence and building independence for yourself. A woman realized she was in a controlling relationship. Initially, she feared living alone. But after joining a yoga class and making new friends, she realized she deserved a better life. Letting go of her bad boyfriend opened up opportunities for her to find peace and true love. Where can you start to reduce burdens in your life? Who or what can support you on your journey to let go? The benefits of letting go. When you dare to let go of what no longer serves you, you will find life becoming lighter and more meaningful. You create space for new, better things to enter. This is not just an external change, but also a mental liberation. A man was once stuck in the habit of drinking alcohol every night after work to relieve stress. After letting go of this habit, and replacing it with walking in the park, he felt healthier both physically and mentally. He also had more time to bond with his family. Letting go to move forward. Letting go is not about giving up everything but choosing what is truly important to keep. When you learn to let go, you not only lighten your burden but also open the door to a better future. Ask yourself, what in your life do you need to let go of to get closer to your goals? Are you willing to create space for more positive things? Don't fear change. Freedom and happiness await you on the other side of letting go. Fourth lesson, remember, the best is yet to come. Have you ever felt like you were at a dead end? There are times when everything in life seems to go wrong, and you wonder, is there anything good waiting for me ahead? If you've ever felt this way, take a moment to pause and reflect. The best things in your life might still be waiting for you in the future. Why do you need to believe in the future? Life is a journey full of surprises. Sometimes, what you are experiencing is not the end but a stepping stone leading you to something better. Imagine you are climbing a mountain. The path may be rugged and difficult, but the reward is the breathtaking view from the top that you can only see by persevering. Think about the story of Steve Jobs. He was once fired from the very company he founded. But instead of letting that failure define his life, he used the time to innovate and build new projects, eventually returning to Apple and taking the company to new heights. This proves that today's failure can be the foundation for tomorrow's success. Is there something in your current life that you think is a failure but could actually be an opportunity for something better? Actions to get closer to a bright future. Believing in the future doesn't just come from hope but also from the actions you take today. Here are some steps you can take. Learn from the past. Every failure is a valuable lesson. Ask yourself, what have I learned from these difficulties? Don't let mistakes make you lose faith, but use them to become stronger. A friend of mine struggled with his first startup. After failing, he spent time learning more about financial management and strategy building. The second time, he succeeded with a company that brought great value to the community. Set clear goals. Visualize what you want to achieve in the future. This not only gives you a clear direction but also motivates you to move forward every day. If you want to improve your health, start by setting small goals, like walking for 10 minutes each day, then gradually increase the time and intensity. Each small step brings you closer to the big goal. Be patient with the process. Success doesn't come overnight, and that's why you need patience. Believe that every step you take, no matter how small, is leading you to where you want to be. Oprah Winfrey was rejected many times before becoming one of the most famous talk show hosts in the world. But she was always patient with her dream and never gave up. What can you do today to get closer to your goals? Maintaining faith in the future. Faith is the foundation for you to keep moving forward. But how do you maintain faith when things get tough? Remind yourself, remember the times you overcame difficulties in the past. This will help you believe that if you did it before, you can do it again. Surround yourself with positivity. Look for people, stories, or sources of inspiration that help you maintain faith. Sometimes, just a good book, an inspiring movie, or a conversation with a trusted friend is enough to fill you with energy. Focus on the present. Instead of worrying about the future, focus on what you can do today. Small daily actions will create significant change. Are you surrounded by positivity? How can you focus on what you can control? Life is not a straight line but a journey with unexpected turns. The important thing is not to give up when faced with difficulties but to keep moving forward with the belief that the best is still waiting for you ahead. Ask yourself, if you look back at your life in 5 or 10 years, will you want to remember the times you persevered through difficulties? Or will you regret giving up too soon? Remember, each day is a new opportunity to get closer to the good things. Believe in the future and take action today. A beautiful life is waiting for you ahead. Fifth lesson, bad habits and the cozy traps. Have you ever wondered why bad habits so easily take root in our lives? They are like a cozy bed, easy to get into but extremely difficult to get out of. This happens because bad habits often bring immediate comfort, even though the long-term cost is stagnation and lost opportunities for growth. Why do we get stuck in bad habits? Think about it. Have you ever told yourself, "I'll change tomorrow," but then the next day passes without any difference? Bad habits like sleeping in, eating fast food, or procrastinating can easily sneak into your life because they don't require much effort at first. However, they silently steal your time, health, and opportunities. You want to wake up early to have time to exercise or learn a new skill, but each morning, you choose to sleep an extra 10 minutes. This may seem insignificant, but when accumulated over many days, you've missed precious hours that could have been used for personal development. How to get out of the cozy bed of bad habits. Identify bad habits. Take some time to write down the habits that you know are not good for you. What is holding you back? What is wasting your time and energy unnecessarily? You may notice that you spend too much time scrolling through social media before bed, leading to insufficient sleep and fatigue the next day. Recognizing the problem is the first step to change. Replace bad habits with good ones. One of the most effective ways to eliminate a bad habit is to replace it with a positive one. Instead of spending time scrolling through social media, read a book or write in a journal before bed. A friend of mine used to have a habit of eating fast food in the evening. After realizing it wasn't good for her health, she started preparing healthy snacks like fruits or nuts to replace it. Gradually, she no longer craved fast food. Start with small steps. Don't try to change too many things at once, as it can be overwhelming. Focus on changing one small habit and maintaining it daily. If you want to start exercising, don't set a goal of running 5 kilometers every day immediately. Start with a 10-minute walk each morning. Once you're used to it, you can gradually increase the time and intensity. Create a supportive environment. Your surroundings can greatly influence your behavior. Create a space that makes it easy for you to maintain good habits. If you want to stop snacking, remove unhealthy snacks from your fridge and replace them with healthy foods. Track your progress. Keep a journal or use a tracking app to record your progress. This not only helps you recognize the change but also motivates you to continue. Questions for you. What bad habits are you maintaining that you know are not good for you? What is one small step you can take today to change? Is your environment supporting or hindering you from breaking bad habits? Bad habits are not something you have to live with forever. By identifying them, replacing them with good habits, and starting with small steps, you can gradually improve your life. Remember, significant change begins with small but consistent actions. If you eliminate one bad habit, how many new opportunities will you open up for yourself? Start today, and you will be amazed at the positive change you create. Sixth lesson, you can't control everything, but you can control yourself. Have you ever felt helpless in situations beyond your control? It could be an unexpected incident at work, an unwanted argument, or a life challenge that overwhelms you. Life, as we all know, is full of unpredictability. But what matters is not what you face, but how you respond. Remember, you can't control everything, but you can always control yourself. Why is self-control important? Think about the last time you faced a difficult situation. How did you react? Did your emotions dictate your actions? Losing control of your emotions can lead to poor decisions or exacerbate the problem. But when you learn to control yourself, you not only handle the issue more effectively but also feel calmer and more confident. For example, a colleague makes a negative comment about your work in a meeting. Your immediate reaction might be to get angry or retaliate. But if you choose to take a deep breath, stay calm, and respond with a constructive question like, "Can you share more so I can understand better?" you not only control your emotions but also turn the situation into a learning opportunity. How to control your emotions and reactions? Be aware of your emotions. The first step to self-control is being clearly aware of your emotions. When you feel angry, anxious, or disappointed, ask yourself, "Why do I feel this way?" Only when you understand the source of your emotions can you control them. If you feel stressed before a presentation, ask yourself, "What am I worried about?" Maybe you're afraid of making mistakes or not being appreciated. Recognizing this will help you focus on preparation rather than letting fear dominate. Focus on what you can control. Don't waste energy on things you can't change. Ask yourself, "Is this within my control?" If the answer is no, let it go and focus on what you can do. You can't control bad weather, but you can carry an umbrella to protect yourself. Similarly, you can't change how others treat you, but you can choose your own reaction. Use breathing techniques and meditation. When emotions surge, take a few minutes to breathe deeply. This not only calms you down but also gives you space to think before acting. In an argument with a loved one, instead of saying things you might regret later, take a few deep breaths. This helps you regain composure and avoid harming the relationship. Practice positive thinking. Instead of focusing on what is wrong, look at the positive side of the situation. Ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "What opportunity might come from this challenge?" You missed an important flight. Instead of stressing out, think, "I have more time to rest or better prepare for the meeting when I arrive." Learn from past experiences. Remember times when you overcame difficulties before. What helped you do that? Use those lessons to face current challenges. You felt pressure during an important exam, but you overcame it by preparing thoroughly. This time, apply that method to handle a similar challenge. What is controlling your emotions? Is it others, circumstances, or your own thoughts? How can you react more positively in difficult situations? Are you focusing on what you can control, or are you worrying about things beyond your reach? Self-control is not about suppressing emotions but using them wisely. When you learn to control your emotions and reactions, you not only become stronger but also make your life easier and more meaningful. If you control how you react, what can you achieve? Start with small steps, and you will see a significant change in how you face life. Remember, you can't control everything that happens around you, but you can always control yourself. And that is the key to living a happy and successful life. 7th lesson, live for yourself, not for others. Are you living to please others? Have you ever asked yourself, am I living for myself or trying to meet someone else's expectations? The answers to these questions could be the key to finding true freedom and happiness. Remember, if you live for people's acceptance, you will die from their rejection. We often get caught up in trying to please others, from family and friends to colleagues. But the truth is, this life is yours. You are the only one who truly knows what makes you happy and what brings meaning to your life. Why do we easily fall into the trap of pleasing others? Think about a recent situation when you did something just to avoid being judged or to gain others' approval. Maybe you agreed to attend an event you didn't want to, chose a field of study your family demanded, or even gave up your dreams for fear of disappointing others. These actions, whether big or small, have one thing in common: they make you lose your true self. A young person passionate about art but pressured by family to become a doctor. He complied, studied, and worked in the medical field but felt unhappy. After many years, he realized he had wasted too much time living someone else's life instead of pursuing his true passion. The consequences of living for others. 1. Losing yourself. When you live to please others, you easily forget what is truly important to you. You trade your dreams, values, and personal goals for others' acceptance. 2. Stress and exhaustion. trying to meet others' expectations not only causes psychological pressure but also drains the energy you have for things you love. 3. Regret. When you look back on your life, will you want to feel regret for not living true to yourself? How to live for yourself? 1. Identify what you really want. Take time to think. What makes me happy? What is my biggest goal in life? Don't be afraid to acknowledge these things, even if they don't align with others' expectations. A girl always wanted to travel around the world but was pressured by her family to have a stable office job. When she decided to quit and start her journey, she not only found joy but also discovered new career opportunities from her travel passion. 2. Learn to say no. This is an important skill to protect your boundaries. You don't have to agree with every request or expectation, especially when they go against your values. A friend invites you to participate in a project you're not interested in. Instead of reluctantly agreeing, say, "Thank you for thinking of me, but I need to focus on my personal goals right now." 3. Don't fear judgment. People will always have opinions about how you live, but it doesn't matter as much as how you feel about yourself. 4. Surround yourself with supportive people. Seek out those who love and support you, who help you feel free to be yourself. Are you doing something just to please others? If you weren't afraid of being judged, what would you do to live true to yourself? What is stopping you from letting go of things that don't belong to you and pursuing what you truly want? Conclusion: your life, your choices. Living for yourself doesn't mean being selfish. It means understanding that this life is yours, and you deserve to live authentically and meaningfully. Take time to think, act, and change toward the life you want. Remember: 1. Life is a journey, not a destination. 2. Mistakes are opportunities to learn, not to stop. 3. You deserve a happy and meaningful life, so love yourself and always put yourself first. As we wrap up today's video, we hope you feel a renewed sense of determination and motivation to apply these valuable life lessons shared by those who've walked the path before us. Remember, true transformation comes from consistent effort and the courage to embrace change. Your journey toward a fulfilling and meaningful life starts with the small steps you take today. Thank you so much for watching and supporting Wisdom Life. Your presence and engagement mean the world to us. We are incredibly grateful for each of you who takes the time to watch, reflect, and grow with us. Your journey and growth are what inspire us to continue sharing these meaningful insights. If you found value in today's video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with others who might benefit from these lessons. Your support helps us reach more people and build a community of like-minded individuals striving for a better life. And if you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe to Wisdom Life. By subscribing, you'll stay updated with all our latest content, ensuring you never miss out on the wisdom and insights we share. Join our community, and let's continue this journey of growth and self-discovery together. Until next time, keep striving for your best self, embrace the challenges, and remember that the best is yet to come. You have the power within you to create a life full of happiness, purpose, and success. Stay positive, stay motivated, and keep moving forward. Thank you once again for being part of Wisdom Life. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care and stay wise.